everyone. This is Real Estate Coach Craig Proctor, and welcome to our awesome session here today. We're talking about how to stop losing business and losing money to other agents by improving your follow-up. Look, the truth of the matter is most real estate agents fail, or they don't do as well as they should because of lack of follow-up. They have a poor follow-up system. And the truth is, most leads do not get followed up. Okay, most leads do not have proper follow-up. So we're going to talk about how to do that today, how to fix your follow-up problems. You may not need more leads. I hear a lot of real estate agents talk about, well, I need more leads, I need better leads. What if it's not the leads? What if you actually did some research on some of these seller leads that are coming in, and you cross-reference MLS and you find out, holy cow, some of these seller prospects that are coming to me that I'm not able to convert are actually listing their home within a couple weeks or a couple months with one of your competitors. Well, we can't say the lead's no good. They actually listed and sold their home, or they bought another property with another real estate agent. So today we're going to talk about how to fix your follow-up. So here's some truths. Most agents fail. Okay, this is a fact. 49% of the agents last year in the United States sold one home or zero. So almost half the agents in the United States last year sold one home or zero homes. So most agents fail. Why is that? I believe a big part of it is lack of follow-up. They believe the leads are no good. And they compensate, because they've got a poor follow-up system, they compensate by generating more leads and generating more leads and generating more leads. And the problem is when you're trying to reach them on the phone, if you can't get them on the phone, those leads go into your unconverted leads database, never to be followed up again. So we're going to talk about how to fix that. Now, please do check in. Let us know that you're with us here today. Again, this is Craig Proctor, and we are talking about how to improve your follow-up. So let us know the city and the state that you operate in. Type that in. And I do have a free report that I'm going to be offering everybody on how to do a better job with follow-up. We're going to talk about how to handle some of the most common objections that you're getting, and we're going to talk about how to improve your offer to buyers and sellers. Because if you do get them on the phone, if you do follow up and get face-to-face with them, you want to make sure that you're truly offering buyers something that they really want and sellers something that they really want, or they're going to blow you off. So most agents do not follow up properly. Most prospects, this is true, most prospects that you speak to are not ready to buy or sell yet, right? Like very few of them, when you talk to them, are ready to buy or sell today. Most of them are 2 weeks out, they're 2 months out, or whatever. So that's why it's important that we have a really awesome follow-up system. Don't rely solely on the telephone. I mean, that's what we've been trained to do, right? We've been trained to, generate leads or buy leads and then try to chase them down on the phone. And why are you calling them? So you can, qualify them and tell them basically how good you are. Hopefully you can get together with them so you can tell them what you do. Well, you don't need to do that today. We're going to show you how to follow up with a series of emails and text messages that have a video attached that talk about who you are and what you do and what makes you different and better. So we're going to use automation to do some of the heavy lifting for us. I think you would all agree it would be better if the buyers and sellers knew who you were before you met with them, right? So that's what we're going to recreate with automation and with marketing. How many of you would agree a lot more people would open an email from you or a text message than answer the phone? So this is a trend. It's getting harder and harder and harder to get people to answer the phone. So we're going to use automation. Now, what you say in those emails and text messages, that's your offer, is really, really important. You might be saying right now, well, gee, I do this. I email my prospects or I text my prospects, or maybe you are using video to communicate who you are and what you do and what makes you different and better to build trust and credibility and authority. Maybe you're doing that. Maybe you've tried to do this and it's failed because you're not making the right offer to buyers and sellers, okay? Honestly, if you want to do business with them, you have to have something, first of all, that they want. And this thing that you offer cannot be something that they can find on their own. If they can do a quick Google search or find the information on their own, obviously that's exactly what they're going to do. So when you're talking to buyers, you can't, your big offer can't be, I'm going to email you the houses that are on the internet that you can find by yourself. And that's what the buyers believe, right? The buyers believe, well, I don't need a real estate agent to help me find a home. I can just go online and I can do that research myself. So we need to offer not only what they can find on their own, but we need creative ways of finding properties that the buyers can't find by themselves. So we're talking about homes that are not yet listed. So you would say to the buyer, what are you looking for? And they would tell you the area. And you will go into that neighborhood and you would market to homeowners that haven't yet listed their home for sale. Okay, so this is not a pocket listing or anything like that because these homes are not for sale. We're trying to find a homeowner that would prefer not to list their home and go through weeks or months of inconvenience, which is convenience is the number one thing that both buyers and sellers want. The buyer likes it, of course, because they would be the only person that would know about this house. They're not competing with other offers. So buyers are challenged with the fact that there's a shortage of inventory out there and they can't find anything they like and everything seems to be overpriced and picked over. Well, you've got a solution to this. You're going to say to the buyer, well, not only can I send you all the homes at MLS from all the agents, which they're probably getting that information from other agents, or they don't even feel, like I said, they don't even feel they need an agent. They can get that information by going to Zillow or wherever. So what about distress sales, bank foreclosures? So we get you thinking in terms of how do I find these exclusive properties that buyers really, really want, but they don't know how to find this information on their own. And in no way am I suggesting that you're promising something that you can't offer. We coach you up. We teach you how to get access to these properties. Now, remember, marketing is about perception. It's not so much about what's real. So, for example, when I say the word bank foreclosure, buyers generally think, well, that's going to be a really good deal. Now, as real estate agents, we know that we've seen bank foreclosures that are a bad deal. They're a terrible deal, right? The house is beat up. It needs lots of work. It's not priced right. That doesn't matter. What matters is perception. So when you're able to offer the buyers distress sales, bank foreclosures, vacant properties, company-owned properties, their perception is these are really good deals. These are exclusive. Now, again, the important thing is that they don't know how to get access to this information. New construction is another great idea. Assemble a list of the most popular builders, the most popular floor plans. This is something that the buyers could do on their own, but they really don't know how to do it. And with sellers, we have to be unique with sellers as well, right? We can't be saying to the seller, do you want to know what your house is worth? Because every real estate agent is doing that. Plus, the seller can go online to like 5 different websites and find out what that opinion of price is on their property. So your big offer can't be a free market evaluation. Your big offer cannot be, I'll tell you what your home is worth, or I'll tell you what your neighbor's home sold for. Here would be a better offer. A better offer for sellers would be when you meet with the seller, you go through a net sheet, right? And you talk about all the associated costs, like their commission and paying off their mortgage, any penalties. You talk about what they need to do to prepare their home for sale, inexpensive things that they could do to price and prepare their home for sale. Maybe moving around the furniture and painting the house and cleaning the carpets or replacing the carpets, a little bit of landscaping. These are things that you already do once you meet with the seller. What I want you to do is I want you to combine all these wonderful things that you do after you meet with the seller. I want you to talk about that ahead of time to get the meeting in the first place. Okay, so when every other agent is saying, hey, would you like a free market evaluation, or do you want to know what your house is worth? Instead, you're saying, would you like to know what you're going to net in your pocket after all the associated expenses? And I can help you sell your home for $5,000 to $10,000 more by sharing with you inexpensive things that you could do to prepare your home for sale. That is an offer that is not being made by the other real estate agents. It's something that you do anyway, and some of you are quite good at it. So you see, we're just pulling this ahead. It's something you do after you meet with the seller. I want you to pull it forward and make this part of your offer so you're unique. You stand apart from the other agents and you get more appointments. Now, when the leads come in, and I'm really big about getting buyers and sellers contacting you instead of you chasing them. Because if you're chasing them, number one, as we've discussed, it doesn't work very well because people aren't answering the phone. Okay. And number two, it's not really scalable. How many leads could you follow up with if it had nothing to do with you? Okay. If it had nothing to do, if we could automate this process with a series of emails and text messages that are linked to videos. Like right now, I'm giving you a presentation. It's a pretty good presentation, right? You get to know me and kind of know what makes me different and better. Well, that's what we want to do for you. There's no need in today with today's technology. There's no need, if you really think about this, to have to talk to the buyers and sellers on the phone just to tell them what it is that you do. We can achieve this. We can accomplish this with automation, with sending a series of emails and text messages when the lead comes in with links to video where you're explaining who you are, what you do, what makes you different, and what makes you better. So this is the strategy that we're going to use. And now it's scalable, right? You could follow up with 50, you could follow up with 500, you could follow up with 5,000 prospects. And this is how we build a big business. So let's repeat what we've talked about so far. If you haven't checked in, please do that as well, because I have a report I want to give you guys. And if you drop your email address into the comments below, I'll send this out. And it just summarizes what we've talked about. I don't know, we got like 20 pages here. Free of charge, no obligation. Nobody's going to call you or bother you or anything. I'm just giving this to you to help you succeed. My motivation here is just to share how I became the #1 RE/MAX agent in the world within 3 years of having my real estate license. And I've shared my system with thousands of agents over the last 20 years. And I want you to use these strategies and be successful and have more money and more time and more freedom in your life. Real estate has been a great gift to me, so this is my way of giving back. So we discussed that most agents fail, and the reason they fail is they don't have a proper or an effective follow-up system. We've established that most prospects that you speak to, in all the years you've been selling real estate, most prospects you speak to are not ready to buy or sell today. Some of them are not going to buy or sell at all, but even the ones that are going to buy and sell are weeks or months down the road. I mean, we wouldn't even have to talk about any of this if that wasn't true. I mean, what a wonderful world we'd live in if every buyer or seller that you called said, yeah, I'm ready, come and get me. But we know that's not true. That's not true. They're 2 months out, they're 6 months out or whatever. So they do require follow-up. But we're going to use smart, modern marketing. We're going to use smart strategies. We're not going to just rely on calling them on the phone. Now, I'm not saying don't call them. I'm just saying you know how that goes. You are trying to call them now. And what I'm hearing from agents all over the country is, yeah, man, people aren't answering the phone. It's really changed over the last couple of years. I mean, honestly, you guys are real estate agents and, we don't even like it when our phone rings, right? So we've got to offer in our marketing something that buyers and sellers really want that they can't find on their own. They can't find it with a Google search, can't find it online. It's not something being offered by other agents. Once you have a good offer, they will come to you. But if you don't have a proper follow-up system, it's still going to fail because you're going to say, well, the leads are no good, the buyers are no good, the sellers are no good. Because we need to finish this off. We need a great lead generation system by making really good offers, but we need to have automation in our follow-up in addition to your personal one-on-one phone calls. Okay, if you do this, you'll realize how much money you've been leaving on the table. I've talked to some agents that have like 10,000 or 20,000 leads in their unconverted lead database. So the name of the game is, they generate 100 leads. They end up talking to one or two, and the other 98 out of 100 leads go into their unconverted database, never to be called again. Well, that's pretty inefficient, right? So we're going to fix that. So again, order this report. And all you have to do is drop your email into the comments below, and my office will send that out to you. By the way, if this is making sense, please smash the like button, or maybe give me a little heart, and let me know if this approach is making sense. If you're frustrated because you're not doing as well as you believe you should be, you believe that you can improve the offers that you make to buyers and sellers, and you believe that you can improve your follow-up by using technology, by using email and text message, and video is huge. Think about what we're doing right now. I didn't have to call you or meet you at your house to tell you who I am or what I do or make this presentation, right? I was able to just make this presentation. So now I've got people that didn't know me before that know me. Some of you have watched my stuff before, and I can push this out to thousands of agents all over the country. So you can do the same thing. Offer something of value. That's what I'm doing today. I'm offering something that you're interested in. It solves a problem that you have. Well, let me teach you how to do that for the buyers and sellers in your marketplace. And what happens is they start to watch your stuff. They get a feel for who you are and what makes you different and better. And they kind of feel like they know you, which is important. So by the time you talk to them, you've already established some credibility and some authority with them. And this is how you become successful today as a real estate agent. Let me repeat those stats again. Last year in the United States, 49% of the real estate agents sold one home or zero homes. As we know, the rules are going to be changing here in August in the United States. The rule change is this. Before you show a buyer a house, you have to actually meet with the buyer, get a buyer agency agreement signed, okay, and discuss your fee, because the seller will no longer be paying your fee. You need to negotiate your fee with the buyer. So think about this. 49% of the agents last year sold zero homes or one home, and that's when they could say to the buyer, oh, my services are free. They couldn't sell free. They couldn't say, well, we get you pre-approved for financing. We're going to show you the houses. We're going to negotiate that offer in your best interest. We're going to follow up all the details, get this transaction closed. We're going to refer you to affiliates that are going to help you all along the way and make this a smooth transaction. And all my services are free. They don't cost you anything. That's what we used to be able to say, but not in August. You can't say that anymore. You can't say your services are free. You have to say, I'm going to do all these things, but it's going to, my fee is $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. So we're going to talk about how to communicate your value. You need to be able to articulate your value proposition just like you do with the seller, right? When you meet with the seller, you're like, wow, my seller presentation has to be really, really good because I got to convince that seller to pay me $30,000 or $40,000 or $50,000 or more. Well, now we have to do the same thing with buyers. We're going to talk an awful lot about how to get more listings because, the story has always been you need to list and last. Well, you need to list and last. That's going to be even more important now that you want to get the listings because you're not going to be sharing any of your commission with the buyer broker. That will not be allowed. So whatever you negotiate as the listing agent, as the seller agent, you get to keep that, right? The buyer has to negotiate their own fee. So we got lots of training coming up on the rule changes. If you guys want to know more about this, make sure you like this page. Make sure you're following me, okay? As we bring this information, I'm always ahead of what's going on. I'm working with the top real estate agents all over North America. As you know, I've created more millionaire real estate agents than any other coach or trainer or guru out there. So follow Craig Proctor. Now, if you would like to book a free breakthrough call with me in my office where we walk you through all these changes, it costs $0, by the way. I'm not going to sell you anything. We're just going to ask you where you are in your business right now and where it is that you'd like to go. You can go to proctorsupport.com. If someone could type that into the comments below, proctorsupport.com, and it's free of charge, no obligation. We do a quick Zoom meeting with you so we can show you some of these new approaches, right? We're going to ask you, well, how many homes do you sell now? What's your goal? How many homes would you like to sell? And you're going to tell us, well, here's what I'd like to do. And we're going to ask you, well, why are you not already reaching your goal? And you're going to tell us why you're not reaching your goal. We're going to show you how to fix that, how to go around those obstacles, and how to not just set a goal, but actually reach your goal using these Craig Proctor systems. So the easiest way for me to demonstrate to you that I can help you is just to actually help you. And that's what we're doing today. So proctorsupport.com, it's a clickable link. You're going to go to my QD Day Timer, book a day and a time, and we'll see you on the other side for that. For everybody, though, you should be ordering this free report about follow-up. It summarizes everything that we talked about today. And don't forget to smash the like button or maybe give me a little heart. And let me know your comments. Do you guys agree with this? Do you agree that it's really difficult to get people on the phone? Let me know in comments if you agree that that's been a big change. Do you agree that what I'm talking about makes sense? That buyers and sellers would be more likely to open an email from you or a text message, and they'd be more likely to watch a video about what you do and what makes you different and the services you provide. They'd be more likely to do that. More people would see that than be willing to answer the phone and allow you to come over to their kitchen table just to explain who you are and what you do. You see, the battle for who the agent is going to be is really being fought before the kitchen table. That battle is being fought online. So you can mystery shop yourself, right? Google yourself, see how you show up. Look at your offer that you're making to buyers and sellers. If you've got a lame offer, if you're pretty much offering exactly what the other agents are offering, if you're offering buyers and sellers something where they shrug their shoulders like, yeah, that's nothing special, I can just go to Zillow and find that, then you're not going to succeed at this, right? We've got to be creative. We've got to be unique. And as I mentioned with the seller offer, a lot of these things, you do it anyway, right? The crazy thing about it is once you meet with a seller, you do go through a net sheet. Honestly, the most important number to the home seller is not what they're going to sell for. It's what they're going to net in their pocket after all the associated moving fees. They don't know what all the associated moving fees are. Every other agent saying, do you want to know what your house is worth? You're going to be unique. You're going to say, well, the most important number is what you're going to net in your pocket. We can go through a net sheet, discuss all the associated moving costs, and let you know exactly what you're going to net in your pocket. Also, we can help you sell your home for $5,000 to $10,000 more by showing you inexpensive things that you could do to prepare your home for sale. And you guys are really good with that. How many of you believe you're good at that? How many right now? Let me know in comments whether you do a good job of that already. When you meet with a seller, you walk around their home, you give them good advice, you've got experience, you tell them inexpensive things to do. Some of the things you say don't do, right? You say, well, that wouldn't make sense. Sometimes the seller's like, well, I want to do this. Nope, you wouldn't get a return on that. But if you do these things here, it's going to get you an extra $5,000 or $10,000 in your pocket. We have skills, and we got to start talking about all these wonderful things that we do, not just things that we do after we show up. I want you to leverage off your knowledge, off the stuff you're good at, and we're going to make that offer up front to get you face-to-face with more buyers and sellers. If you guys have enjoyed this, let me know in the comments below. Remember to smash the like button, maybe give me a little heart, and make sure you go to proctorsupport.com to book your free breakthrough call with Craig Proctor and his team. Thank you so much for watching this, and we'll see you all again next time. This is Real Estate Coach Craig Proctor. Have a great day. Hi, this is Craig Proctor. Hey, I really hope you enjoyed that video. And listen, I've got a lot more information for you to help you grow your real estate business. You see, several times a week, I record new videos and I load them onto this YouTube channel. What I'd like you to do, if you'd like to access them, are two important things, and both are totally free. Number one is I'd like you to subscribe to this channel. You're going to see a little subscribe button for you to click on. And if you don't already have an account with YouTube, it's free for you to set it up. It's really easy, it's free, but you've got to subscribe to this channel. And the most important thing is to ring the little bell right next to the subscribe button. And that's going to let you know every time I load new money-making videos to help you grow your real estate business. So make sure you subscribe right now, you ring the little bell, and we'll see you on the next video.